T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I knew hell would not have him.
You are all my children now.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you God damn me.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's Sunday. We're doing 90s movies tonight. Eric had to cancel last minute, so unfortunately, you guys are stuck with just me tonight. It will be just me. It's all me. A Sunday show to myself. It will be all me. I apologize to you people that you're stuck with me running my mouth for 2 hours tonight talking about 90s movies. I cannot wait. I've been looking through 90s movies probably for about the last 30 minutes. And there's a lot of good shit that came out in the 90s. There's no way, no freaking way that we are getting through this tonight. Like there's going to be a part 2, probably a part 3. The amount of movies that I've looked through tonight, and I was just like, I forgot about that one. I forgot about this one. Holy shit, I forgot it. There are so many good movies that came out in this decade. It is freaking crazy. It's freaking crazy, and we're going to put them into a bracket tonight. We are going to try to put the 90s movies into a bracket tonight. But like I said, there's going to be so many good movies that get left out tonight. I just to name a few. Like I have the list right in front of me, of the movies that I was looking through. It's freaking unbelievable. Unbelievable. And one of the things that came out, for this, I mean, movies like Goodfellas, Good Will Hunting, Seven, A Few Good Men, Schindler's List, 12 Monkeys, Green Mile, American History X, Shawshank Redemption, Saving Private Ryan, Apollo 13, Heat. If you guys have not seen Heat, you need to freaking get on that one. Donnie Brasco came out, Dazed and Confused, Son of a Woman, True Romance, Something About Mary, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, The Sixth Sense, Unusual Suspects, Edward Scissorhands, Office Space, Independence Day, Total Recall, Groundhog Day, Boys in the Hood, American Pie, Fire in the Sky, The Fugitive, The Truman Show, Jerry Maguire, Fallen. And that's not even like horror or, a lot of the stuff that we focus on here. I mean, there's so many. Forrest Gump came out, Jurassic Park, which changed the freaking game. And then you get into horror and you've got movies like Fear with Mark Wahlberg. I mean, that movie was crazy. Arachnophobia, Lake Placid, Interview with a Vampire. Stephen King's It came out. Granted, it was a TV movie, but it's a movie. Bride of Chucky, Hollow Man, Freddy's Dead came out in the 90s. Look, man, that's probably not going to make the list if I had to guess. If I had to guess for that. But, Scream came out. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. There's so much. There is so much that came out in this decade. And it's just like, oh, I see, Russell, you named most of the 90s. No, dude, I didn't. I named a fraction. I didn't even talk about Terminator 2. Terminator 2 came out. Dumb and Dumber. Waterboy came out. Freaking Happy Gilmore came out. Like, dude, there is so many movies. Groundhog's Day, Tommy Boy, Ace Ventura came out during the 90s. Like, this was overwhelming. Granted, you guys know that I love the 80s. You guys know I love talking about 80s movies, but it's just like, holy shit, there is a lot of stuff that came out. And I guess I mostly look at 90s horror and I'm kind of like, there was some good stuff that came out. Like, Candyman came out, Scream came out. Yes, that's fine. But, there's so much other stuff. There is so much other stuff. It's freaking crazy. It is freaking crazy. Let me see who I have in the chat for right now. Let's go ahead and say hello to everybody. And then we can talk about more 90s movies. And then we're going to try to get these on the bracket. And tonight, with me doing a bracket show by myself, it is going to be a little crazy because it's doing a lot of stuff. I'm setting up the polls, I'm setting up the bracket as well. And I'm trying to, talk while I'm doing it. So it should be interesting, if anything, right? I see that Melissa the Wild Card was in the chat first, and she said, sweet. What's up, Melissa? Happy Sunday. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Jerry Wilson was in the chat as well, saying, hello, Movies and Beyond family. Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about. And he says, please smash that like button. Yes, if you have not hit that like button yet, what are you waiting for? Come on, hit that like button for me. It makes a huge difference in the channel and getting the views out for the show that we're doing. Fantastic. DJ Plays Favorites. Hello, one and all, on a wonderful day for USA men's and women's hockey games. Hell yeah, the Winter Olympics are going on. I got to be honest, I haven't been watching it. I've been working a lot. I haven't really, I don't think I've watched any of it, to be honest. But for those of you guys who are and are enjoying what you're seeing, that's freaking awesome. That is freaking awesome. What's up, DJ? Paula's in the chat as well, saying hi to everybody. What's up, Paula? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you on this Sunday evening. Gina's in the chat as well, saying hi to everybody. What's up, Gina? Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Michael G is in the chat as well, saying hello, friends. We have a good one tonight. Dude, we do have a good one tonight. Did I say Independence Day came out this decade? I rattled off a ton of movies, right? But that was another one. It made the thumbnail. So I had to throw that one out there. What's up, Michael G? I hope you're doing well, man. Happy Sunday. Russell Dorsey is in the chat as well, saying what's up, everyone. Let's smash that like button if you haven't already, and let's get this party started. Thug life. Thug life. I love it. Hi, Michael, and everyone in chat. What's up, Russell? Happy Sunday, my man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Wayne Turner's in the chat as well, saying Wayne life. I love it, man. Wayne life. At 12:01 Monday in Sydney, Australia. What's up, Wayne? I hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. Always good to see you here. Happy Sunday, brother. Happy Sunday. Well, it's probably like Monday for you. So yeah, you said that in your opening. So happy Monday for you, Wayne. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat as well, saying, "What's up, all you scary people? What's up, Jeff? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you, brother. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday." Wayne's giving the pig. It's all my, yeah, you're stuck with me all for these whole 2 hours. It's just gonna be me running my mouth. You're gonna absolutely love it. I'm telling you. I like to talk. It's gonna be fun. Kyle's in the chat as well, saying, "Hey everyone, what's up, Michael? What's up, Kyle? I hope you're doing well, buddy. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday." Richard's in the chat as well, saying hello from Ontario, Canada. Looking forward to this. What's up, Richard? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. I'm looking forward to it as well, my friend. Definitely looking forward to this one. I'm telling you, looking through, I was not ready. I was just like, oh my God. Like, I picked a movie. Because I always pick one when we put it in the bracket. I picked one movie, and I'll let you guys know what that is, ahead of time before I yell out, start picking movies. Now, don't start throwing movies out until I say so. Like, that's how this works, especially when I'm by myself, because I got to read the chat and I got to transfer them over, and it's tough. It is tough. Michelle's in the chat as well, saying happy Sunday, Michelle. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day. Good to see you. Good to see you here. Let me make sure that I didn't miss anybody. Michelle saying we still need new stickers. We do. I'm getting on it. I am gonna get on that. I need to do a lot of things. I do. Michelle said I missed Michael's ramblings at the beginning, so I didn't hear him name anything. Thank goodness. Oh well, see, there it is. Right. They are ramblings. But that's actually my whole show. My whole show is ramblings. It's ramblings of a man in Ohio with a microphone. That'll be the name of the new channel for sure. The ramblings of a man with a microphone in Ohio. That is a very long title, but I think it's kind of catchy. I think it might be all right. We might be all right with it for sure. All right. So, you guys know the rules with this, right? So before you start calling out movies, and I may need my mods help, with this, if I throw up, a duplicate of a person or something like that, to keep an eye on things for me. It is tough to do by myself, but the movie I did pick, and I'm not much of a Western person, but this was the decade that Tombstone came out. All right. And to me, Tombstone, I absolutely love Tombstone. And, I don't know how far it'll go in this, but this movie, Bill Paxton, Sam Elliott, Val Kilmer, Kurt Russell. I mean, this had Billy Bob Thornton's even in this movie for just a little more than a cameo. I mean, freaking Jason Priestley from 90210 was in this movie. There's so many studs in this movie, and it may be one of the best acting performances I've ever seen, with Val Kilmer playing Doc Holliday. This movie to me is a 90s favorite, guaranteed. It's top 5 for me from the decade for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely going Tombstone. That is going to be my movie that I will pick going into this. Damn, I love that movie. And I'm not going to say too much about it for the simple fact that, I am probably going to have to talk about it when it goes up, against whatever it decides to go up to, for you wonderful people out here. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Remember, just for right now, I promise that, if once we fill up a certain number, I will go, I will ask for seconds. But okay, and don't forget. So Paula, you're throwing this out, that it will be tough to pick one, right? And don't worry, we're gonna do a 90s part 2. That I promise you, because there is no way. So the best thing you can do, is pick one, hope somebody else calls out your other ones, or just know that you'll have one for part 2, right? So definitely there will be a part 2 to this for sure. 100%. All right, you guys, I have Tombstone up. Let me go ahead and bring this up for you guys to see. Let me go ahead and add this to the stage. And I know, especially if you're watching on your phone, it's probably tough to see. But I will blow it up just a little bit once we get started because I can't blow up the list. It only lets me blow up the bracket. So you won't really be able to see too well what I'm typing on here unless you're watching on your TV, to which it probably looks better than it does on my PC. But for sure, let's go ahead and start calling out movies now. I see that DJ has thrown out Brain Scan, which is one that I know Brain Scan, but I haven't seen Brain Scan in freaking forever. But go ahead and throw out your movies, people. Let's get them up there, and I will start adding them to the list. Paula throws out Titanic. Let's see. Richard is throwing out Rocky 5. Melissa goes Urban Legend. Got Wayne 7. Gina's throwing out The Crow, another banger right there. Jerry's got The Truman Show. Oh shit! You guys are moving so fast for me. Let's see. I got The Truman Show. Teal, what's up, Teal? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Terminator 2. That's another banger. There too. Wes Craven. Nightmare. Let's see. Just throw out one for now, Teal. I see you got Candyman up there, so I'm gonna skip that one for right now. Michael G's got Office Space. Michelle, you're saying I missed yours. Throw yours back up there because I don't see anything that I missed. If it didn't transfer over right. Because I don't see a pick from you. I see you said I picked Brain Scan on the wrong night. But I see that DJ, I love Brain Scan. That was my pick before. I saw that. I thought DJ threw out Brain Scan. Am I losing my mind? I saw DJ had Brain Scan up there first. Okay, well, either way, Brain Scan's up there. So it's up there. So okay, so all right, so Primal Fear, we'll throw that up there. So we've got Brain Scan, we've got Primal Fear. Kyle had Goodfellas. Oh, that's a banger. All right. All right. Let's go ahead. I am going to go for, let's see, we've got 7 more to do. So I can pick out 7 more. We are, oh shit. Russell said, did you get Heat? I don't know if these are transferring over. Yes, there's Heat. Okay. Yeah, Heat is up there. So I have 5 more picks. I can pick 5 more movies that I can throw up there. So I will say this. First 5 movies that get up there, I will put on here to end what we're doing because I've got 20 picks for tonight. And those went really fast. We just banned through 14 of them for sure. So before I do that, if you have not thrown a movie, well, all right, we've already started. So never mind. So I've got Sleepy Hollow, Misery, Hocus Pocus. Throw them out, people. Let's see, Sleepy Hollow. Hocus Pocus. Clueless. Enemy of the State. And Scream. So we ended on Scream. So that is the one. We have 20 picks up there. Here's the thing. I cannot believe that no one said Jurassic Park or Forrest Gump. Like those two movies. Well, we got a part 2, right? We will have a part 2 for sure. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Since I don't want to be the person that does the shuffling, right? Because I got to run the bracket. So, Michelle, in the chat, I want you to give me a number from 5 to 10 on how many times I'm going to shuffle this. So, Michelle, she throws the 7. All right, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So we have our bracket here. It is all set. It is all set. God, yes. Kyle, right here. You could have 3 parts for the 90s. So many great movies. Dude, it's ridiculous. Dust Till Dawn. Yeah, that's another one that could have been on here. Like there are so many movies in this decade. I could have done a bracket with 50 and there would have been people in the chat like we can do a part 2. But do you know how long it would take to get through that? So we're going to have to break it down into another show. It's going to happen. We still need to do an 80s part 2. So let's get through some of the decades and then we'll bounce back. We'll hit 80s again. We'll hit 90s. But I think there are some decades that will possibly need, a trilogy to complete this. I do. And I think that 90s is probably one of those, probably as well as 80s. But we have everything set up. I'm going to blow this up a little bit so you guys can see the bracket. I will have to scroll down as we go to make sure I don't miss anything. But our first matchup. Oh, I guess I got to hit start tournament. There we go. All right. So our first matchup. And I have to set this up over here. Titanic versus Hocus Pocus. And the poll has started. Be sure to vote. We have Titanic versus Hocus Pocus. Now, I've seen both of these movies for sure. But, I mean, you're looking at the Titanic, right? It's James Cameron. It's one of the highest grossing movies of all time. And then you look at something like Hocus Pocus, right? It's a fan favorite around Halloween time. It's tough to pick a winner for this, right? Because what are you basing the winner on? Are you basing it on the fact that you think that Titanic is one of the better movies, ever made, that James Cameron did a great job? Or are you saying, you know what, I can watch Hocus Pocus 10 times a week, and I think that it's absolutely freaking fantastic? This is a tough one. And these are the things that we kind of run into, when we do these brackets. And I think it makes it so much fun because there are so many different people that judge movies, certain ways to where it's just like, do I pick the fact that this movie is one of the best movies of all time? Or do I pick the fact that Hocus Pocus is absolutely freaking, I love it. I love it. They're two totally different things, and I cannot wait to see what you guys have to say in the chat. Oh, let's see. Michelle saying, I love too many gangster movies. God, I mean, this is a decade for gangster movies too, right? First one that pops in my head is Goodfellas. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Wayne is saying, we need a 70s. Yeah, and I mean, we can go back and do that as well too. Like, there's no, rhyme or reason that we have to go in any type of order. I will put some polls up. Actually, when this show is over, I'll put a poll up to see which decade do we focus on next when we do this, and I'll let people vote, and I'll do that after each one that we do, and then hopefully we'll get enough people to vote to say yes, I want to see this decade versus this decade, and I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll leave it up to you guys. So it'll be up to you guys to look for these posts to make sure that you guys are voting, so we can get that in there. Michelle said, I'm sorry, but I despise Titanic. It's not one I would watch every day. I would definitely say that. But she loves Hocus Pocus. Richard saying Titanic. Russell saying Titanic is a classic. James is going to. What's up, James? I didn't even see you slip in here. What's up, my man? I hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. And surprised you went with Titanic for sure. Let's see. Paula is saying love Titanic. Love Leo. Jerry's saying she killed Jack. There was enough room. Dude, you know, I don't think that. Yeah, there was. I saw an AI thing where Jack actually gets up on the door with her there. Like they totally changed it. AI is getting crazy, you guys. AI is definitely getting crazy. Michael saying I will never let go. Wayne's letting everybody know he has both of them on DVD. That's what I'm talking about. Gina's saying, wow, two completely different movies. Both are great, but the Titanic is probably more iconic. I gotcha. Richard's saying, I pick what movie I like better. Dude, and I think I do too. You know, I try to play into the, you know, this movie. I think we ran into a movie last time we did this where I said, you know, this is definitely the better movie. But I think it was The Burbs. I picked The Burbs over something. I can't remember what it was. And it was up against some really good movie. And I was just like, yeah, everything you're saying is spot on, except, well, I'm going The Burbs. And so I do it too, for sure, 100%. Russell saying Casino, Wyatt Earp. Yeah, dude, there's so many. Melissa says, I have to watch Hocus Pocus every year around Halloween. There's a lot of people that do. There are a lot of people that watch that movie around Halloween. James is saying, right on, Wayne. Love the 70s. That's my decade. I know when we do the 70s, James is going to be one of the first people in the chat. Like, let's do it. Michelle saying, knock around, guys. Yep. Teal is saying Silence of the Lambs. So many bang. Dude, that is a monster of a movie. DJ saying true event movies are classic movies. All right. Michelle said her big butt could have moved over. Poor Jack. She could have. Russell said The Burbs is a classic, but can't get into the TV series. I will be 100% honest with you, Russell. I watched about 15 minutes of the TV series, and I started looking at my phone, and I never watched episode 2. It couldn't hold me either. It couldn't. And I'm not saying that it might not get better, and I may never go back to it, but for right now, it's just like, you know, I'm gonna wait on that one. I'm definitely gonna wait. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull this poll down. It has been up way too long, but it does look like the Titanic is moving on. It's 71% to 29%. So we are going to move on. All right. Let me go ahead and end the poll here. Oh. All right. The next one we have, let's see, start the poll. Who wins? Wes Craven's New Nightmare or The Crow? All right, the poll is up, and here we go. All right, Wes Craven's New Nightmare or The Crow. Don't get me wrong, I love Wes Craven. I love Nightmare on Elm Street, and I really dig the New Nightmare. But to me, I'm definitely gonna have to go The Crow with this one. Brandon Lee, the soundtrack alone, the way that it I mean, this movie has a look to it, right? Let's take the character of Eric Draven out of it for a second. Just the look of this movie, right? It has that. I wouldn't say it's like a Sin City comic book movie, you know what I mean? But it has that feeling to it. What a fantastic movie. Brandon Lee, fantastic work. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but I'll never forget, you know, this movie. Like, I could tell you so, you know, so much. I could still talk through the whole movie, even though, you know, it's been forever since I've seen it. I actually own it on Blu-ray. It has been a while since I've watched it. But that soundtrack, the soundtrack to me is just absolutely fantastic. And to me, it's so much of the movie. It is so damn much of the movie. So I'm going to go with The Crow on this one. But again, my vote doesn't count. I cannot vote on the poll. So let's see what everybody's saying in the chat. Let's see. Kyle is saying The Crow. He's going The Crow. Michelle is saying it's a tough one. You ain't lying. You are not lying. Melissa's going the Crow. James is going the Crow. Wayne is going the Crow. Paula's saying, I've never seen the Crow. You should check it out, but make sure you check out the one with Brandon Lee, Paula. I would definitely check out that version for sure. Richard is going the Crow. Teal's going New Nightmare. Awesome. Michelle's laughing at the Crow. Wayne is saying RIP Brandon Lee. Gina is saying that's my favorite Nightmare movie, but the Crow is once again more iconic. All right. Ryan's in the chat. What's up, my man? Saying, oh my God, screw me. Logged in and got a pick between the Crow and New Nightmare. Shocker, but the Crow wins. I got you. Melissa's saying I prefer the remake over the original, and she's talking about the Crow, and that is exactly why, my friends. That is exactly why.
Wild card, bitches!
That is a wild card move, Melissa. That is a wild card move. It's freaking crazy. But hey, you like what you like. Michelle's going the Crow. Teal is saying this is where the wrestler Sting got his gimmick from. He totally did that. Totally. James said, locking up on me again. I hate this piece of junk. Oh, dude, you know that night you were having issues? There was like a YouTube outage problem. Like there was my last live show, during my live show, YouTube had some major issues while I was online. I got a whole bunch of notifications from that after we got off of here. It was freaking crazy. James, I hope you get it worked out, my man. Jerry's saying what? Russell is saying what? Skeletor is saying what? They're all saying what? Teal is saying that clip caught me off guard. Hell yeah, man. All right, we're going to go ahead and end this poll. It has been up for 3 minutes. The Crow is going to move on at 73 to 27. Let me go ahead and add this in here, and here we go. All right. All right, the next who wins? Sleepy Hollow or Brain Scan? And the poll is up. Oh my God. Ryan is saying Scott Hall actually gave Sting the Crow idea. Yo. Hey man, that's cool. I did not know that. Michelle said, you're going to have a clip for all of us, Michael. At some point, I will. At some point, it'll be like each person that comes in the live chat, as long as it stays to like a respectable, you're going to have like a wrestling entrance, only it's going to be a video, your video entrance like Melissa's. I swear to God, I keep forgetting. I shouldn't swear to God, but I swear, I keep forgetting. I really want to get one for Jerry. That's Newman standing there saying, hello, Jerry. I swear I want that. I want that so much. And I keep forgetting to do it. I keep forgetting to do it. But I want to do that. I got to find the perfect Newman hello, Jerry to do that for. And there's been a ton of them. I'm sure I could go on YouTube and find hello, Jerry's and hello, Newman's and pick one out that way. But I definitely want that. I definitely want that for sure. All right, let me jump in to the chat. Michelle is saying Brain Scan. Teal is saying Sleepy Hollow all day. Melissa is saying Sleepy Hollow. Jerry is throwing this out. Yes, check out the Movies and Beyond merch shop. A lot to choose from. And he's providing a link. Yes, there's tons of stuff over there. If you want any Movies and Beyond stuff, definitely check it out for sure. Ryan said, damn, is Freddie already out of the 90s conversation? He is, but in all fairness, Michael nor Jason didn't even make the show. So, Ryan, you do have that, my friend. Freddie at least made it to the dance. Nobody danced with him, but he made it where the others did not. Russell saying Sleepy Hollow. Richard saying Sleepy Hollow. I think Jerry's loving the hello, Jerry. I hope you are, man. I like that. Gina saying Sleepy Hollow. Wayne is saying, never seen Brain Scan. I have Sleepy Hollow on DVD. Dude, it's been a minute since I've seen either of them. Either of them. Wayne is saying never seen. Oh, I guess that doubled up. Melissa's saying that name reminds me of Fright Night. Wayne says I volunteer to either be a kangaroo or Chris Hemsworth for my entrance, possibly both. Michelle saying this isn't a horror movie selected. Yeah, not a lot of horror made this. Not a lot of horror made this for sure. Russell said Freddy, Michael Myers, Jason is old news. They need to give us more Freddy and Jason. They do need to give us more Jason. God, man, my inner child just smiled. Michelle said if Sleepy Hollow wins, and half of these people haven't seen Brain Scan. That's a possibility. That is a possibility. Teal said there were no good Friday the 13th or Halloween film in the 90s, unfortunately. Well, H2O was fine. You know, that is funny, dude. That is probably my description of H2O. When somebody asked me, hey, did you like H2O? It was fine. You know, it wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was okay. It was fine. It was definitely fine. Paulo's going to Sleepy Hollow. Teal is saying I haven't. And even if I did, I guarantee I'd still pick Sleepy Hollow. I got you. All right. We've been up 3 minutes. We got 14 votes, and Sleepy Hollow is going to move on at 71 to 29. Not 229 to 29. Oh, this should be interesting because this is definitely who wins? Misery or the Titanic? All right. This is freaking crazy. You know, we've gotten through our first round, a couple. We are going on to our, our main first round. And we've got Misery versus the Titanic. It is crazy because, this is mainly a horror channel, where everything, as far as like movie rankings and as far as, what people say about movies, they would pick Titanic. But I got to be honest with you guys. I'm probably going to have to go Misery myself. I am definitely going to have to go Misery myself. Kathy Bates was a motherfucker, man. Kathy Bates was a motherfucker, that one. For sure. So I'm going Misery. Let me jump in and see what Michelle said. This is sucking so far. One thing I've noticed about Michelle when we do these things, if her team loses, it's a wrap. Like I'm done. Like my character, my pick is lost. It's over with. If it makes you feel any better, my team usually loses first round, second round tops. I think I've won one since I've done all the brackets. I think that I've come through with like one winning pick for sure. It's just like, well, you can look at it and be like, how would you guys pick this? But it's just like, no. James said I'm gonna have to dump Chrome, getting tired of it acting up all the time. Might go with Apple. Interesting. Michelle is saying Misery, easy. Melissa saying Misery. Jerry saying Misery. Teal has said, isn't Bacon almost 80, late 70s, something like 70s right now? Are you talking about Kevin Bacon? I think he's late 60s. I think he is like late 60s. But he is up there. I mean, you got to think about it. He was in the first Friday the 13th. So, I mean, he wasn't a kid actor then. So, yeah, he's up there. Richard saying Misery. Paula saying Titanic. Russell saying Misery. Teal is saying Misery. Ryan is saying Misery all day. Kathy Bates acted circles around Lee. That's fair. That is definitely fair. Michelle saying, I hate Titanic, Michael. I see it. Russell said that's a mic drop pipe bomb. Gina, love both, but I'm going Titanic. I gotcha. Val said, good evening, y'all. Sorry I'm late, but I was out to dinner with the family. Well, I hope you enjoyed your dinner, Val, and good to see you. Always give a salute to the general. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Sunday. Teal said, "Damn, I was way off. That's still old role for like a Fred. Yeah, he's up there. It's still too old, yes, to be the new Freddy for sure." All right. Well, I'm giving this another 30 seconds, and it's a close one. Misery is winning 53-47 over the Titanic. So this is definitely the closest one that we've had so far tonight. And yeah, I mean, I wish if it does go to a tie, you know, I have picked Misery on this. So we will see where it goes. We will see where it goes. Give it about another 15 seconds. If you haven't voted, please get your vote in. Who wins, Misery or the Titanic? Give it another minute. All right, it doesn't look like anything's changing, so I'm going to go ahead and end the poll where Misery will move on at 53 to the Titanic's 47. Oh, I absolutely love this movie. Who wins, Heat or Clueless? And the poll has begun. Get your votes in. Heat or Clueless? Again, two movies that couldn't be more different that we're trying to compare. We're trying to compare for these. To me, Heat is, for the love of God, it's Al Pacino. It's Robert De Niro. It's Val Kilmer. I always forget the guy's name from State Farm commercials. Even he's in it. I mean, I think this movie's a banger. You get your first face-to-face with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. It's so good. It's so damn good. And Clueless was, you know, it was a fun movie. You know, it was a fun movie for sure. These movies couldn't be any more different of movies. This takes me back to when we were doing Hocus Pocus, and what did Hocus Pocus go up against? I forget. Titanic, right? So you want to talk about two totally different movies. Yeah, like Heat, if you like action movies, Heat is definitely that. It is definitely that. I absolutely love that movie. For sure. But let's see what everybody says in the chat. Let's see where it's at. Let's see. Jerry's going Clueless. Richard's going Heat. Michelle's going Clueless. Melissa's going Clueless. Paula's going Clueless. Wayne is going Heat. Gina is going Clueless. Yes, I understood the reference. Russell said Heat is the better movie. No, it wasn't Jake. Was it State Farm? No, it wasn't him. Maybe it was. No, it was Allstate. It wasn't. It wasn't State Farm. It was Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. That guy, not Jake from State Farm. No. Yeah, I totally confused insurance companies there. Yeah, that's on me. That is on me. Kyle says Heat. This movie had the best shootout scene ever, dude. That was a banger. That was a banger. Teal said I didn't finish Heat. I heard it is. It's good. Teal said haven't watched either one, I don't think. All right. James is going Clueless. All right. Val said I'm with the girls on this one, Clueless. Wayne said I have both on DVD and watched both in theaters. R.I.P. Val Kilmer and Brittany Murphy. Sure. Michelle has gifted one Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you so much for that, Michelle. It means the world to me when you guys do that. Thank you a million times. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Michelle, thank you. My heart. Wayne said if Clueless gets up, voters are clueless. Oh, see what he did there. I see what you did. Let's see. Well, yeah. Thank you so much for that, Michelle. Let's see where we're at right now. I usually give it about 3.5 minutes, and this is surprising. This is very surprising, but you know, at the same time, the voters have spoken. The voters have spoken. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll right now, where Clueless is going to beat Heat 69. I don't know if the math adds up there, but we're going to go with it. Yes, it does. To 31. So Clueless is moving on. All right. All right. It's okay. Who wins? We have Primal Fear versus The Truman Show. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Primal Fear or The Truman Show. All right. Teal is saying the best choices for the new Freddy would have been have some youth behind them. They are Jacqueline Phoenix, Jared Leto, or Leonardo DiCaprio. Dude, I almost feel like they should go with a no name. I do. And I know we haven't really talked too much about this on the channel. And maybe I'll do something, down the road with this. It's an interesting idea and an interesting conversation, and maybe have some other people on and to kind of, talk to about this. But I think we'd probably be best off with a no name, because every one of those every one of those actors right there are already tied to another character. And you almost want someone who's not. You almost want someone to be that Freddy Krueger again, to where Robert Englund's name is synonymous with Freddy Krueger. Now, from an acting standpoint, you kind of don't want that for the actor, but at the same time, man, I don't know. I'd want somebody we haven't seen yet. I think so. That's me. Jerry's going for the Truman Show. Michelle's got Primal Fear. Val has got Primal Fear. Ryan said, I know so many people that hate the Truman Show, but it's so rewatchable. Yeah, I enjoy it. Russell said, what is Primal Fear again? Don't remember this. That one is with Richard Gere. Yes, it is. It is with Richard Gere. Teal is saying a no name would work as well. That's why they did it. That's what they did with England after all. Yeah, and it's so crazy. And not that this is a Nightmare on Elm Street thing, but I will say this. They tried to replace him in Nightmare 2, and it didn't work for him, right? Because he had that thing that was Freddy. And I think we need somebody else, and it doesn't have to mimic what Robert Englund did, but they need to make it their own. They need to make it believable, for sure. Bill Skarsgård, dude, he's got Pennywise on lock for sure. Ryan said, leave Freddy right where he is. AI Robert, if any. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Michelle says you have to rewatch. So good. Love Edward Norton. Oh yeah. Truman Show. Teal is saying Skarsgård is Pennywise and Nosferatu. Leave him be. Yeah. I mean, he's also Eric Draven. Kind of, sort of. James is saying the Truman Show. All right, let's see what we got. It's a close one. It is a close one. The Truman Show is up 54-46, but we only have 13 votes in. So if you have not voted, make sure that you get your votes in. The Truman Show and Primal Fear. I'm going to give it about another 30 seconds, and I will pull it down. So if you have not voted yet, be sure to get your vote in, because it is close. It is definitely close. I think we're one vote away. One vote ties it. One vote puts it away. Which will it be? I'll give it about another 10 seconds. So if you have not voted yet, be sure to get your vote in. Get your vote in. And I am going to end the poll now. All right. Truman Show moves on at 54 to 46. Very close, very close. But it will move on. All right. Let me start the next poll. The next matchup that we have, moving right along. Who wins? The Crow making its second appearance, or Rocky 5? And the poll has begun. Make sure you get your votes in for the Crow or a Rocky 5. This one's kind of simple for me. As much as I loved Rocky 4, I was not a fan of Rocky 5. I didn't like what they did with it. I appreciate what they tried to do with it. But it wasn't a huge fan of Rocky 5. Now, Rocky Balboa, the one that came after this, I absolutely loved. I did. It was years later. Rocky was older. I totally dug that. Rocky Balboa for sure. But this one for me would definitely be The Crow. Let's see. Michelle is saying, I can't believe more people don't love Primal Fear. That movie still blows my mind. I think it's probably just a matter of haven't watched it in a long time. I probably haven't watched it in 15 years, maybe longer than that. But I definitely go back and watch that one again. Michelle is saying psychological thrillers are the best. Yeah. Let's see. Richard's going Rocky 5. Paula's going The Crow. Val is going The Crow. Russell saying Rocky 5 was my least favorite in the series. I think it was mine too. Like I've never ranked Rocky before. But I guess if I did, it would probably be my last one too. And I like the idea of it. I just didn't like the execution. I liked him having the learner, him being the trainer for once. I thought that was cool. But I don't know. Ryan said, I know a lot of people that hated Rocky 5. I liked it a lot, but nobody is beating The Crow tonight. Phew. Gina throws out the Crow picture. Kyle says The Crow knocks out Rocky 5. Like that's the advertisement for it. The Crow knocks out Rocky 5. I like it, Kyle. I like it. James going with The Crow. Wow. I just had a whole bunch of my chat just mess up. That's fine. It's fine. We'll get it. And while, everybody's voting, if you haven't hit that like button yet, go down and hit that like button for me. Help me out. Hit that like button for me. It helps out the channel so much. All right. We got about another 30 seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this one because it is a bit of a landslide. It's currently 82-18 with The Crow over Rocky 5. The Crow's a tough draw, right? And when it comes down to these draws, when we do these votes for everything, it really just depends on who you're going up against. It does. And then everybody in the chat. So the chat, you are choosing all of these winners. That's all you guys. The only thing I do is break a tie. That's it. That is it. God, I cannot believe, I know that there's enough movies for there to be a part 3 to this stream. I know there is. Hell, we haven't even had part 2, and I know there's enough to be a part 3 for sure. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this poll where The Crow will move on, and The Crow wins 82-18. Oh, I messed this one up. This one should be 46. It should be 54. All right. You guys are going to hate me for this one. All right, who wins? Office Space or Sleepy Hollow? All right, I may take a lot of flack for this, but I'm going Office Space all day. The vote is up. Make sure that you get your vote in. Yeah, if you could come in and work on Saturday, that would be great. I love Office Space. I'm sorry, I do. And this puts us back into which is the better movie versus which do you like better and which would you rather watch. And to me, I'm sorry, it's going to be freaking Office Space. When he beats the shit out of that copy machine with that baseball bat to the ghetto boys, die, motherfucker, die. Look, bro, I'm sorry. I'm weak. I'm going Office Space all day. He's sitting in the car listening to Scarface. He's just rapping along with all the music. And the black guy goes walking by and he stops and rolls his window up, waits till he gets by and starts rapping again. I'm so sorry. That killed me. I'm going Office Space all day. I am sorry. I wish I could vote on this one. I know that Sleepy Hollow is a favorite of a lot of people and Office Space may not win, but I wouldn't be honest with myself if I had the two in my hand right now. Which am I watching? We're watching Office Space. We're definitely watching Office Space. Let me see what you guys have in the chat here. Wayne is saying Rocky dies tonight. God, that Teal saying for real though, imagine alternate universe where those guys as Freddy, as Christian Bale, Josh Hartnett, Lucas Gage, David Howard Thornton, or even Richard Brake if he were younger. Yeah, I mean, shit, man. That's whew. Richard is saying R.I.P. Rocky. I'm sorry, Richard. I get it, my man. My stuff, my stuff. It never wins, dude. I get it. It's all good. Teal is saying Rocky has to eat crow. But he's also going hollow. DJ said never saw these movies. Bro, you gotta watch Office Space at least. Michelle is saying the red stapler. That's my stapler. I love it. Absolutely love it. Russell is saying Office Space is hilarious. Michelle's going to Office Space. Wayne is saying Office Space. So funny. I have it on DVD and the hip hop soundtrack on vinyl record. That's what I'm talking about, man. That is what I'm talking about. Richard's going Sleepy Hollow. Gina sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Look, I've got a case of the Mondays, Monday through Thursday. I'm telling you, I do. I do. When I'm not doing my show, of course. Wayne said Office Space on both counts. I got you. Teal said, sounds like metal as shit. Sounds metal as shit. I got you. Val says Sleepy Hollow. Hell yeah. Wayne says Michael Bolton. Dude, the fact that his name was Michael Bolton. Oh my God. It's like the singer. Like the singer. So good. I'm going to leave this up for another 10 seconds. If you haven't got your vote in, make sure you get your vote in. We've got Office Space versus Sleepy Hollow. Again, two movies that have really nothing to do with each other and would not even be comparable unless you were on Movies and Beyond, I swear to God. I don't think anybody else is comparing Office Space to Sleepy Hollow. If they are, good for them. Good for them. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this poll, and it looks like Office Space is moving on. At 54% to 46%. Oh my God. This. Oh, y'all are going to hate me for this one too. Who wins? We have Scream versus Seven. Oh my God. I understand what kind of group of people I am in here with and the fans that you guys are of the Scream franchise. But I'm sorry. I'm going Seven. I'm going Seven on this one. I think that Seven was a way better movie. Scream is, I love the slashers. I totally dug Scream, but I'm going Seven on this one. I am. This is tough. This is probably this is one of the tougher decisions to make here. I'm sorry, I'm going Seven. Yeah. I'm surprised that my house is not on fire right now. I am definitely surprised. All right, let's see what you guys got to say. Teal saying, looks like Office Space hit was a box office smash. Not so much. More of a pop culture smash. More of a nostalgia. You know what, dude? It probably got, the longer it was on DVD, the more popular it got. Richard's going Scream. Teal is saying Scream, but a tricky one. Russell said, what's in the box? Michelle is going Seven all day. Michelle, you were, see, there, that's what I'm talking about. Ryan said, first Scream is definitely the best out of the entire franchise, but Seven is better. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Gina's going Scream. I can definitely tell that. Val said Seven is the better movie. I think so. I do. Jerry's saying Seven. Teal is saying Seven has a villain that's essentially Jack the Ripper, but amplified. Dude, and the Seven Deadly Sins. It's so damn good, dude. It is so damn good. Oh my goodness. Melissa's saying Scream. Not a fan of Seven and never seen Office Space. Wild card, bitches. Wild card, bitches. This isn't a half day or anything. I don't know. James is going Scream. Oh my goodness. Let's see where we're at. I pictured Scream to landslide this one, to be honest with you. I've got 14 votes in. I see that there are more of you in the chat than 14. Make sure that you are getting your votes in. Make sure you're getting your votes in for sure. Russell said, I enjoyed all the Screams. To be honest, there wasn't a bad Scream. I wasn't a fan of 3, to be honest with you. But you're right. It didn't have its Halloween Resurrection. That's for sure. It definitely didn't. All right, I'm going to give this another 20 seconds. Make sure you get your votes in, and I'm going to go ahead and end this one. Wayne said I went 7 because it was my pick, but damn, it had to go up against Scream. Usually the ones you don't want to go up against something crazy. Like you can throw out a banger, but then you get like an all-time grade on top of it that it has to go up against in the first round and you lose. And that's shit that happens to me. Do you guys remember when we were doing 80s movies, how much I had to like pump up Rocky IV to try to make it to the second round? Hell, I put James Brown on the screen and knocked out all of my potential earnings for that screen just so Rocky would move to the second round, and he still lost in the second round. All good. Scream is going to run away with this 64-36, so Scream will move on. Let's go. Oh, this is a banger. For sure. This is definitely a banger. All right. Oops, I can't click there. Who wins? We have Goodfellas versus Terminator 2. Oh my goodness. This is again, 2 movies that have nothing to do with each other, and 2 movies, in my opinion, that are equally great, for sure. Ryan said, yeah, New Nightmare should have been in the finals against The Crow. Yeah, I don't think so. No, I mean, New Nightmare is good, but nah, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ain't no way. Michelle says, Scream has the fan base, but definitely not the quality of 7. Yeah, 7 something different. 7 something different for sure. Teal said, oh shit, you weren't lying when you said a banger matchup. I told you this is like I said, you know, it's 2 totally different movies that have nothing to do with each other, and both are equally fucking amazing. So, you know, I just hope I don't have to decide, you know, a tiebreaker for this one. Jerry said that Terminator is a good fella. Is he? Richard's going Goodfellas. God, what a great movie, man. What a great movie. Wayne said, don't get me started on Scream 6. Horrible. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that one. But Kyle said this is the toughest one tonight. I love both movies. Dude, I absolutely adore both of these movies. And like I said, you know, for 2 totally different reasons. Again, I did nothing to do with each other whatsoever. And no matter which one wins, it doesn't matter to me, because they're both potential, you know, making it to the finals type movies for me, for sure. But then again, so was Heat. But you saw what happened with Heat. That died very fast. Russell said, I love both of these movies, but T2 is a better movie. T2 definitely had the effects. I don't know, man. That's a tough call. That's a tough call. Melissa said my movie hasn't come up yet. Yeah, mine neither, Melissa. Mine hasn't either. Ryan said, damn it, as much as I love T2, gotta go Goodfellas. Man, it's tough. Teal said, we know what's gonna win, but good one. Teal said, I think New Nightmare should have beat The Crow, but the finals? Nah. Michelle's going Goodfellas. Gene is going T2. What is your deadly sin, Michael? Oh God, don't get me started. Paula said, love Scream 6. Oh God, I did not. But I love that for you. I do. Wayne said, I watched both in theaters, have both on DVD. I went Goodfellas because it's a standalone movie. The Terminator movie should have ended it too. That's fair. Teal said, they say there's not one bad Scream film. Recently visited Scream 6. Might want to reconsider. Yeah, it's not good. I remember when Scream 6 came, all I saw was people saying it was the best since the original Scream. And when I watched it, I was just like, God. James said, go get your oh man. Dude, that was a scene. Joe Pesci was not playing. Richard said, Mike, if you had to pick, what would you pick? Good God, man. All right. So let's look at it. I think from a story standpoint and the way that it's laid out, I'd go Goodfellas. I would. Now, if you're looking for action and you're looking for special effects, I mean, this is James Cameron. You know, there were things in Terminator 2 that had never been done before. So if you want to talk about iconic, you know, Terminator 2 is an iconic sequel. It's one of the few examples to where a sequel can be better than the original. It's fair. So to put these two movies up against each other that have nothing to do with one another, you know, it's flip a coin for me. It is. Like, am I looking at the story? Am I looking at, you know, then I'm going for Goodfellas. Am I looking at what was basically something fucking brand new and a James Cameron freaking juggernaut? I'm going Terminator 2. So, dude, it's flip a coin for me. And literally, I think that if I was voting, I would flip a coin because they're two totally different movies, but they're both brilliant in their own rights, for sure. And I know that's kind of towing the line from what you wanted, Richard, but it literally is it is flip a coin for me. So you can pick either one and say, yeah, I'll say, yeah, I said that for sure. Ryan said, you're right, Michael. Thinking about New Nightmare versus these two, not even close. They're Hall of Fame. Yeah, dude. Like, don't get me wrong, man. I love slashers, but holy shit. Like, these two movies. Wayne said, sad but true. James going Goodfellas. Oh, shit. I've left this up for a while. Where are we at? It looks like Terminator 2 is going to win 53-47. And that's pretty damn close. And, yeah. That's freaking fantastic. Oh, I got to go back. I missed one, but it just puts the winner up against my movie. So the next one we have here is Urban Legend versus Enemy of the State. Who wins? For some reason, I couldn't type enemy. It took me like 3 tries to get that out. So Enemy of the State and Urban Legend is up. Make sure that you are voting. And here we go. All right. Russell said, I respect it. Scream 6 isn't for everyone. Yeah, I was not a fan for sure. Teal said they should make a new Leprechaun. The original director is attempting while also planning on bringing back Warwick. The name it Leprechaun Lucky 7. Here's the thing, man. Like, I don't know. I remember the first Leprechaun. You know, I didn't watch them, you know, all the way through. I didn't. Maybe I stopped around like 2 or 3. Like, I didn't make it to space. I don't think that I made it, you know, to the hood. Yeah, like I'm assuming if he made another one, it would be part 7. I think they're all on one of the streaming services right now, or maybe they were for Halloween, and I'm just old and time is funny for me. Richard says fair. Well, thank you for letting me cop out like that, Richard, for sure. Wayne says Scream 6 is let down by lazy and illogical writing. There's a lot going on there. For sure. James said, hated Scream 6. Melissa said, finally, my movie's up there. Val says, Urban Legend is very underrated. Urban Legend is, for me, Enemy of the State, it's been way too long. I couldn't tell you anything that happened in that movie. It has been forever. So I can't, you know, really vote on this one too well. But I did watch Urban Legend within the last year. You know, I did go back and rewatch it over last year. I actually got a Scream Factory copy of this movie. That's why I ended up watching it. But yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, For me, it's not great, but it's not bad. It's fun. It's fine. We'll go back to that for like we did H2O. It's fine. Like I don't know. To me, it's and I mean, I had a lot of cool people in it too. I mean, hell, Robert Englund was in it. I mean, it was awesome. Daniel Harris, like it was okay. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but I'm not saying I loved it. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place right now with that. But it's okay. It's fine. I mean, TL, I'm gonna start using that on a lot of stuff. It's fine. It's fine. It is. Let's see. Let me lost out where I was. Let's see. Val was saying Urban Legends is very underrated. Melissa saying Joshua Jackson from Dawson's Creeks. Okay. All right. Lady, there's someone in the back of your car, aka Brad Dourif. You know another movie. You just reminded me of something, Melissa. You know another movie when you said Dawson's Creek that didn't make this list. We had no sports movies up here, and I would think with recent passing of James Vanderbeek, that Varsity Blues would have made it up here. Like I almost picked Varsity Blues, and I don't know. I absolutely loved Varsity Blues. Like that was one of my 90s sports movies that I really dug. There's a lot. I mean, shit, Happy Gilmore didn't make it either. And hell, I don't know. That might have went to the finals. But Happy Gilmore in here. It belonged. That's all I'm saying. Jurassic Park belonged in here. Forrest Gump belonged in here. We missed a lot of bangers. We definitely have to do a part 2. Gina said, haven't seen these in ages, but went Urban Legend. Yeah, you're right there with me. Now, Urban Legends, I saw more recent. Enemy of the State, I probably haven't seen that since the 90s, to be honest. Ryan said, going from T2 and Goodfellas to this feels wrong. It's definitely different. Melissa said, someone's in the back seat. Wayne says, Enemy of the State is my second pick, an underrated political thriller with 3 Oscar winners and heaps of other great casts, including Jamie Kennedy, Jack Black, Will Smith's best movie. That's a cast for sure. Teal said St. Patrick's Day is next month. Maybe we will get a secret announcement for Leprechaun 7. Maybe. Jerry said Gene Hackman was awesome in Enemy of the State. Dude, I didn't even remember Gene Hackman was in it. That's how long it's been for me. But Gene Hackman is freaking amazing. It is freaking amazing. Wayne said Enemy of the State I watched in theaters. I have it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray before its time. I know it will lose because it's against horror, but better than Urban Legends still. Gina said a sports movie, A League of Their Own. There's no crying in baseball. Cursed is good. Ryan said the program was better than Varsity Blues. Debatable. I liked both movies. I did. But I don't know. Varsity Blues was Varsity Blues. Russell said Gene Hackman is awesome in anything, to be honest. Dude, he was my favorite Lex Luthor. Wayne said I have both on DVD. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. This one's been up way too long. Urban Legends will move on at 64 to 36. All right. And the Urban Legend is going right back out. Yeah, Shawshank. Yes, Shawshank. Urban Legends is going right back into the ring. Urban Legends versus Tombstone. I'm going Tombstone all day. Like I'm sorry. I am. Like I said, when we first started, Val Kilmer's probably, to me, and this is open for debate and agree or disagree with me. Either's fine. To me, this is Val Kilmer's best. This is the best of Val Kilmer. It is to me. And that's a guy that I fucking loved. Hell, he was in Heat too. I loved Heat. But yeah, Let me get back. I missed some of these comments up here. Jerry is saying The Sixth Sense would have been a good one. Dude, that's another one. Dusk Till Dawn. That's another one that didn't make it. You know, like Silence of the Lambs. That's in here. Like there's a ton of great shit that didn't make it in yet. What Varsity Blues was a classic. I don't want Yo Laugh. I absolutely love Varsity Blues. Jerry says Shawshank. Ryan says Castaway. Jerry says I'm your Huckleberry. I love it. Absolutely love it. Val is saying I was gonna say that. I got you. Paula saying love Varsity Blues. Prayers to Jay Vanderbeek, his family and friends, for sure. Melissa says I got Thin Mints, Girl Scout cookies, and they don't taste like they used to. Oh, okay. I was thinking that was a movie line. You got some cookies. Okay, I got you. Yeah, dude. And it not only did it make it, it's won. Like it's moving on. People like Clueless for sure. Wayne said both my picks were cursed. Hey, dude, it happens, man. I'm telling you, it does. These things for sure. The internet is not kind. They don't care about feelings. They'll tell you the truth, man. And that's the way I love it. Richard saying Billy Madison, another good one for sure. And Waterboy. I think I said Waterboy at the very beginning. You know, that's another one. Should have been in here. Melissa said I've never seen Varsity Blues. Come on. Michael G said Showgirls was a good movie in the 90s. It was not. You were just happy that it showed Jesse Spano in that movie because you were probably a Saved by the Bell guy. And it's like, is Jesse Spano going to dance around up on that stage? Yeah. Wayne says, I have Tombstone on Blu-ray, my pick. What a Western. He was great in The Doors. Dude, he was great in The Doors. He was great in a lot of stuff, man. He was. I know people feel how they, feel about, like Top Gun and shit. I loved him as Iceman. So many things. So many. Wayne said, I have Showgirls on Blu-ray. Well done. Definitely have to check out Varsity Blues. Tommy Boy. Or as Ryan said, Timmy Boy. I love it. Timmy. The Wedding Singer was good too, yes. Teal said, never mind, there won't be an announcement. Just looked it up. Mark Jones, the director of the first Leprechaun, passed away January 26th. Oh my God. He was working on a new Leprechaun. So sad. Definitely sad. For sure. Richard said The Godfather Part 3. Yeah. Varsity Blues, 3 in that, gone way too soon. Yeah, let's not forget that Paul Walker was in that as well. And the guy that played Billy Bob. I forget his name. But yeah. Russell says Showgirls is terrifying bad. Just a little bit. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this. But Tombstone is going to move on at 71-29. And go ahead and plug that in. We'll end that poll. And we are back. All right. We are moving on. We are in a new round. Let me open the poll. Who wins? Misery or Clueless? Oh, what a comparison. I mean, how do you compare these movies? I swear. And then we have, look, Misery's the shit. I'm going to say it, but think I know what's going to happen? I have no idea what's going to happen in this poll. I don't. I know how people are about Clueless. That's like one of those. I think that's the first movie I ever saw Paul Rudd in. Either that or Halloween 6. I don't know which one came first. But I do remember him being in both of them around the same time. So which one was first? Clueless or Halloween 6 for Paul Rudd? Who knows? Who in the chat knows? Somebody knows. Somebody's going to be like, Michael, did you know that Paul Rudd was in Halloween before he was in Clueless? Or he was in Clueless before he was in Halloween? Which one was it? And why didn't Halloween 6 make the list? I know why. Because it wasn't fine. It was not fine. Melissa says, I have to ask, is Earl Jones still alive? Are you talking about James Earl Jones? Darth Vader? No, he's not. No, unfortunately, he is not. Melissa's going Misery. Richard's going Misery. Ryan said, I would have voted for Repossessed over Clueless. Teal is going Misery. James is going Misery. Val is going Misery. Ryan says, The Devil with the Blue Dress On. Melissa says, I saw a weird movie guy. I think Paul Rudd in it. The guy stuffed mice in his house. I don't know. Jerry said Rudd had filmed his performance for H6 before filming Clueless. All right. Paula's going Clueless. See, we got about another minute. I've only got 13 votes. Got 17 people in the chat. Let's make sure everybody's voting. Unless you're listening from a distance. I can understand. Some people listen while they're doing like productive shit. You know what I mean? Like somebody's doing something productive right now and they're listening to Michael. Compare Clueless to Misery. I don't know if that says more about me or more about you, right? I don't really know. What would you guys think if I did a podcast like once a week and I just did a podcast and put it up on YouTube where I just go in on shit that drives me fucking crazy? Would you guys like hearing something like that? It'd definitely be a little break from, what I do here. But I mean, there are so many things that I run through week to week that drive me crazy that I would feel like it would be a great way for me to vent and I just sit there and talk shit. Like, I swear to God, people are so, like I thought about that too. I thought about that this week. I said, you know what? I probably got enough built up shit from this last month to last me 6 months of a weekly podcast in doing that. It's possible. Would you guys like something like that once a week? Just me talking about the world and life and see everything from an idiot's point of view. I think that would be fun. I think that would be freaking fun. It'd be a segment. Like, you know what pisses me off? And then I just go. I think that would be hilarious. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this. It looks like Misery is going to move on 69-31. All right, moving on. We now have The Crow. Who wins? Not Woe wins. Who wins? The Crow versus The Truman Show. All right. All right. So that movie with the stuffed mice is called Dinner with the Schmucks. Was Michael from The Office in that? What's his name? Shit. I can't believe I'm spacing his name. Was he in that as well? I think I know that movie. Jerry said, I'm listening while I'm listening. I got you. All the hair on his chest, she pulled out. Are you talking about the 40-year-old virgin? Where they pulled his hair off? Is that what you're talking about? Steve Carell. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Wayne. Oh my God. Michael, if you build it, they will come. Oh God, don't say that. Don't say that. Russell said, I knew it was that, Val. I just spelled it wrong. Oh my God. Instead of the world according to Garp, it will be the world according to Michael. I don't even think it'd be the world. It would just be like a rant. It would not be like a healthy place for people. I'm going to relax and I'm going to go here and listen to Michael bitch about stuff. It's going to be great. Teal said The Crow. He's throwing The Crow out there. Melissa's saying The Crow. James is saying The Crow. Wayne is saying The Crow. No comparison. The Crow. Oh my God. Steve Carell is hilarious. He is. See, I thought I knew that movie, Val. I thought, I think that's my healthy brain that I those old memories from when my brain was healthy that just keep stuff in there because I couldn't tell you what I did last Tuesday. Yeah, Steve Carell. Truman Show is boring. That was an easy choice. I got you. Richard is saying this has been the hardest for me tonight. It's okay, Richard. You know what? Maybe the next one will be easier, buddy. But that's the thing that makes these so much fun is they're not easy. Michael G said, "Is this a serious poll? The Crow was the shit." Ryan said, "When he looked like a mono lantern in the 40-year-old virgin when he's a mano lantern." Yes. Teal said, "I want to see the return of Warwick Davis now that Mark is gone. Do you think it will ever happen?" Warwick said he will return when his son is old enough. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Wayne says Michael's miniseries. For the love of horror, please. Yes, if you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do so. Please hit that like button for me. It makes things better. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. We are 3 minutes in where the Crow is going to move on 85 to 15. I'll go ahead and put that in. Oh, there's going to be some people that hate me on this next one. It's all good. It is all good. Who wins? Office Space or Scream? You know, with the popularity of Scream 7 that's coming out, I can pretty much guarantee that that there are no other channels right now that are having a conversation on which was a better movie between Office Space and Scream. I could pretty much guarantee you that. Yeah. Oh, Michael was talking about Scream. Oh, really? What was he comparing to it? Office Space. You know, that movie with the guy with the stapler. Michael Bolton. You know, that's what he was doing. It was happening. It was definitely happening. I wish I could vote. I do. I wish I could vote. It doesn't let me. It does not let me. But, I mean, as much as I love Office Space, it is not doing so well right now. For the one person that did vote for Office Space, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. Sure. All right, let me catch up to some of these right here. Oh, yes, Jerry, thank you very much. I forgot about that. For only $1, you can join Movies and Beyond on Patreon, and he is providing the Patreon link below. Yes, if you would like to support Movies and Beyond outside of YouTube, you can do so over on Patreon and join for a $1. Only $1 to join over on Patreon, and you will get all kinds of bonus content over there that you cannot get here. So if you want to check it out, it's just patreon.com/moviesandbeyond. I think you'll like it. I think you'll enjoy it. So Teal is saying, Val, is that the pick of the shape? Melissa's saying Scream. Paul is saying Scream. Wayne is saying these are so similar. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of Office Space and Scream, and vice versa. I don't think either of these two movies could have been made without each other. I think that they go very well together. Very, very well. Richard saying Scream. Melissa is saying all day, every day, Scream, Scream. Wayne is saying love both. Scream. James is saying Scream. Melissa saying, Michael, did you see chapter 3 yet? No, I still have not seen it. I am off this weekend. Coming up. What is that? Shit, it's Sunday. This coming up weekend. If it's still in theaters, I'm going to check it out. If it's still in theaters. If not, I'll find it. I'm going to watch it soon. I know it's going to be bad, but I do have to watch it. I do. Russell said Scream 96 is the best of the series. I'll definitely agree with you there. Teal is going Scream. Ryan said, man, why did they put Scary Movie in here? I'd vote for that over Scream. Wayne says Ghostface has the Mondays in the office. Yes. Melissa says, I'm going to see Scream 7 on Friday. Ghostface is making a killing in the office. James said, I'm screaming right now. The stupid tablet just froze up again. Poor James. I'm sorry, buddy. Let's see. It's a movie. Office Space. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No, it's not, Michael. Not here, at least. All right. Wayne says Office Scream, the mashup we want to see. Not only the mashup we want to see, Wayne, the mashup that we deserve. Let's go ahead and end this because Scream is running away 85-15. So let's go ahead and end that one. And it is. Oh, wow. This one's going to be fun. This one is going to be fun, you guys. At least from I really have to really think about this one. All right, who wins? Terminator 2 versus Tombstone. These are two 90s bangers, right? You remember before when we had Goodfellas and Terminator 2? Terminator 2 has not had an easy road. I will give that. I mean, it's a banger. Don't get me wrong. To go up against Tombstone next, I'm sorry, you guys. Like, judge me for all you will, but I'm going Tombstone on this one. I am. Like, it's my jam. It is. Probably not as good of a movie as Terminator 2. Not as visually good as Terminator 2, but I guarantee it's better acted than Terminator 2. I think so. I do. I am going with Tombstone. And that's hard to say because Terminator 2 is amazing. It is. I'm T-1000. She's fucking awesome. I mean, literally shit we had never seen in a movie before. So good. So freaking good. Let's see. Teal was saying, James, I feel your pain. I have to reset mine many times when it acts like, yeah, it's technology. Russell said you're not missing much on The Strangers Chapter 3. So yeah, I am well aware that this is gonna not be Return of the Jedi. Because in order for it to be Return of the Jedi, that would have to mean that Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 were Star Wars and Empire, which they were not. They were absolutely dreadful. If I liked out of the two that I saw, I liked the first one better than the second one, only because it mimicked a lot of what the original Strangers did. Part 2, I was there. I saw it. Will I buy it and own it? Yes, I will, because I like to own collections. But to be honest with you, I don't think Strangers Pray at Night gets enough love. I don't. I love freaking Pray at Night. Like I do. And why? You know, just a whole nother stream in itself. When the trilogy is complete, when I finish it, I'm going to hold a Stranger stream. I am. It's going to be a live stream, and I'm just going to cry about, maybe that'll be my first podcast, right? That'll be the first podcast that I do where I just get on here and I just bitch about The Strangers and talk about what I loved about the original and Pray at Night versus what we got with these other ones. Yeah, first podcast right there. See, it's already fitting in right what I wanted to do with that for sure. Let's see. Michael Bolton said, I loved you, but he lied. Richard's going T2. Wayne is saying the ones starting with a T. I got you. Ryan saying the two Hall of Famers. Again, T2 has the hardest road going T2, though. Yeah, for sure. Jerry said Terminator. He won't be back. You said Doc Holliday looked at Terminator and said, I'm your Huckleberry. Teal said, when you almost picked Tomb, I'm taking the finger on it, but swayed to T2. So close. Yeah. So freaking close. James going T2. Melissa says, Pray at Night is my favorite. Dude, Pray at Night is so good. And the fact that it was filmed pretty much down the street from me makes it even better. Teal said, hey, when are we getting? Yeah, dude, I've had audio issues that I haven't been able to fix with that, but I'm still working on it. It'll be on Patreon. Shit, man, within the next couple days, I promise. I ended up getting stuck at work the last couple nights, so I didn't get to finish it up. But it is all filmed. It is ready to go. I just need to do something with the audio. I don't want to release it the way it is because the audio is shit. So I want to give you guys something that's authentic and something that is that sounds and looks good for sure. So it's coming up. It is coming up. I promise. Richard said, I heard rumblings they might be making a 4th chapter. Not sure if it's true. Maybe the 4th chapter will just be an apology letter for what they did. Like, that's what I would do. That should be chapter 4. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Russell says The Strangers 2 Pray at Night is the best. Dude, I love it. I love the soundtrack too. I do. TL saying Pray at Night is on Tubi. Hell yeah. Michael said I liked all the Strangers, but Pray at Night was my favorite. Dude, Pray at Night is so good. Melissa said, where can I find Patreon? Jerry, can you help her out with that? With her finding Patreon. If you can't, Melissa, I will link it to you on Instagram. Russell Dorsey says, but I do love the first Strangers as well as Scott. Dude, that first Strangers movie was intense. Like it really was intense. Like seriously. Take your time. No, yeah, I just want to make sure you guys got something good on Patreon, man. You guys are paying $1 for it, so it's just like, even though it's only $1, I still want you guys to have good shit. You know, definitely. Jerry says 28 years later, The Bone Temple. I just couldn't get into it. Dude, I'm hearing it was great, and I have not seen it, but I'm hearing good things about it, which is crazy. Let's go ahead and end this. It has been up for 5 minutes, but Terminator 2 is moving on, and it is moving on by a landslide. Terminator 2 wins 77-23. And it looks like Tombstone will go down in flames. See, there goes my movie. It made it to... That's the second movie. That's the second time. In the 80s, Rocky 4 only won 1 round and then got eliminated the second time it went out. Tombstone won 1 round and then it got eliminated. Yeah. All right, we are down to the final 4, you guys. We are about to wrap up this tournament. Coming up soon, we are in the final 4. The final 4 is so much fun. And our first matchup in the final 4, who wins? Misery or The Crow? This is a tough one. And I'm curious to see where this is going to go in the chat. I mean, I know which one I'm voting for. And I might as well tell you guys because that's why you're here, right? I am going The Crow on this one. Don't get me wrong. I love Stephen King. I love Misery. But if I'm holding the two, I'm probably going to watch The Crow more than I'm going to watch Misery. Not anything against Misery. You know, these are 2 absolute bangers. They are 100%. You can't go wrong with either one that you pick. If you say that Misery is better than The Crow, I get it. If you say The Crow is better than Misery, I get it. Like I get it. You know, none of these are bad movies. None of them are. I mean, it's freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. Let's see what you guys have to say in the chat. You guys are making me want to talk about The Strangers. You guys are really making me want to talk about The Strangers now. I really need to see that third one. Maybe I'll try to find it tonight. Maybe that's what I'll do when I get off here. Teal said, what is true? We're getting 28 years later trilogy. 1 more to go. Oh, nice. Wayne is saying, I pray at night that we never get another Strangers. I want a good Strangers movie. You know what, you guys? I'm going to tell you this, okay? You know, I made that announcement a few months ago or a month ago. I don't remember how long ago. Maybe Ryan will remember. That we are filming a Ring movie, right? We're currently working on a fan film of The Ring, which is moving along really nicely, by the way. I'm very happy with where it's at. We should be filming soon. If I can convince the guys, all right, we've got one project that's coming up right after The Ring. If it's simple and if we can do it, maybe we'll give you something to do with The Strangers. I want to. I do. And it was something that was talked about a while ago, but I feel like you deserve something better than what you got. Maybe. I'm not saying I'm better, but damn, man. It'll at least be fun to watch. Kyle is saying The Crow is going all the way, I believe. It could. Richard saying The Crow. Paula said she went for Misery. James said The Crow all the way. Ryan said Misery is timeless, but The Crow is forever 90s. Wayne said I went to The Crow. Melissa said great, but I prefer Misery. Teal said The Crow. Y'all thought I was sleeping on The Crow when I put New Nightmare over it? Just a classic. Oh, yeah. Michael G is saying, I despise Wayne's comment about The Strangers, but that comment cracked me up. TL says, Ayo, Mike, we need that Scream 7 and Scary Movie 6 poll when both films come out. You know what? I don't know when I'm going to see Scream 7. Like, so here's the thing, you guys. You guys know that I like the first Scream. I do. But I'm not really into it as much as you guys are. So I don't know when I'm going to see it. And I'm afraid that by the time I do see it, it's going to be irrelevant, you know, to what you guys would think. Like, I will go see Scary Movie, you know, like that's, but I'm not going to the theater to see Scream. I'm not. Like, I'm going to see it when it comes out on probably bootleg. I didn't say that. I mean, video or streaming. Melissa says, what would you pick, Strangers or The Ring? The Ring. 100%. I love Strangers, but no, come on. We're talking about Samara here. Come on. Richard said, no Van Damme, Steven Seagal movies. That's, yeah, I mean, that's yeah. Wayne said, it's like waiting for another great Terminator movie. It's never going to happen. Wayne said, I reckon Scary Movie 6 will be better than Scream 7. Yeah. Jerry said, did y'all see where Jean-Claude called out Jake Paul for a match? I did see that. I did. You know, but the way I look at it is that's Jean-Claude. Just don't get me wrong. I'd love to see him kick him in the face. But I feel like that's Jean-Claude trying to stay relevant in his, like, how old is Jean-Claude Van Damme now? Like, seriously. Let's see. So we are going to move on. The Crow is going to beat Misery 64-36. So The Crow will move on. You know what's funny is The Crow won in something else that we did, if you guys don't remember. We did a movie soundtrack bracket one time, and The Crow won. All right. The second part of the Final Four. Who wins? Scream or Terminator 2? All right, they are up. Let me go into the chat. Like it's yeah. DJ says you should do a Welcome to Derry watch along on Patreon. I should, man. And you know, I've talked about doing that. I want to give it about another month to be out. And then I'll go back and do it where it's not as fresh for me. Because yes, I will do it episodically, you know, one episode per week or something like that until we get through it. But it's definitely coming, DJ. It's definitely, I think I talked about that on a previous stream already, but yeah, it's coming, my man. That I promise. Teal said, want to know what's funny? I just got back into Scream for the first time since childhood. The big three and the other badass horror villains overshadowed it for me, but I'm back at it. Good for you, man. Good for you. Wayne said, I'm seeing Scream 7 Wednesday, American time. Nice. Jean-Claude is great. Yeah, dude. He's not he's up there. Jerry said he's 65. He'll say he's like 70. Jerry's going T2. Ryan's going T2. Wayne went Scream. Russell said Jean-Claude Van Damme gonna get knocked the F out. Dude, you know, you just want to hope that one time. Did you guys see that Mike Tyson's gonna fight Floyd Mayweather? Did you guys see that? That's coming too. Mike Tyson's fight Floyd Mayweather. I don't know. I don't know. James is saying T2. Richard is saying, has Scream won one? Scream one. Yeah, Scream. Melissa's saying, oh my God, I can't look at this poll. I love Scream so much. Hell yeah, I'd be there for that. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Give it another month on Patreon. Give it another month. Make sure you get your votes in. We're at 50-50. There's 16 people in the chat, and there's only 14 votes in. So if you have not voted yet, pick one. T2 was amazing. I mean, to me, the thing keeping Scream in this conversation is this is a horror channel. You know what I mean? Like, horror fans come to this channel because, you know, they like horror. So they're definitely going to be partial to that. But yeah, Terminator 2, fuck, man, it's by far the best of the Terminator movies. You know, don't get me wrong, I love the first one, it is great, but Terminator 2 outshined it for sure. Scream, you know, the original, the OG, to me, that's the best Scream. I did like Scream 2 as well, and I like Scream 4. Those are the 3 Scream movies that I really did like. I didn't really care too much for 3. 5, I will give you guys an interesting Scream fact about Michael. I think I've brought this up on this channel before. But my favorite opening kill / non-kill of any of the Scream movies was from Scream 5. That was my favorite with Jenna Ortega. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Like, it was fantastic. And, you know, she survived, of course, but I even liked it better than the Drew Barrymore opening. I did. But the movie itself, I wasn't a fan. 6, I did not like 6. 7, I'm hoping it's better. I am hoping that it's better. Yeah, I've got more people in the chat than there are votes, Russell. So I'm just waiting. I'm going to give it another minute or two because we are late, because we have the finals after this one. So the tie gets broken, the tie gets broken. If not, I'll flip a coin for it. I'll be fair. I won't be a hater for sure. But yeah, we're at 50-50. And like I said, there's more people in the listing than there are. I can't. It's unfortunate, man, but somebody's got to come in and click the button. Wayne said Scream 2 opening is great. Dude, a lot of people, for some reason, you know, Scream 2, you know, at least in my circle, you know, does get a lot of flack to where I think that it's, you know, one of the better Scream movies. I do. I liked it. It felt the most like the first one to me, even though it was in college, right? And plus, I thought Ghostface was pretty damn brutal in that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Let's see. Scream 2 opening is great. Teal said, let's go for that. Russell said, vote if you haven't already. Yes, if you haven't voted yet, get your vote in. Like I said, there's more people watching than there are people voting. Make sure you get it in. Scream 2's opening is better than the OG opening. Nice. Michael G said, no, I really did talk to him. Somebody's got to click the button, my man. Like, anybody can say they talk to anybody. It's the internet. DJ said, blame me if I caused the tie. Hey, no blame here, my man. Jill said, but why the fuck do I keep getting that opening mixed up with Scary Movie? I don't know, man. They're close, man. They're definitely close. They are. Like, I can't help it. I love Scary Movie. I do. Run, bitch, run. Oh, so good. You know how many times I've said that watching a Scary Movie? All right. You guys know I'm voting T2 if I'm breaking this tie. I'm sorry. I am voting, so I'm giving someone a chance. I am giving someone a chance to not put it in the hands of Michael. And see, that's me being nice, you know? Ryan said the opening of Scream was a tribute to Wes killing Tina first in Nightmare 1 when everyone actually, hold on, let's do this. Actually, it's also been compared to Psycho, where you didn't think that Jamie Lee Curtis's mama was going to die in the shower. And then they reference Psycho multiple times throughout that movie. So, possible. It's possible. Teal said, Melissa's such a wild card. I loves how she doesn't give a fuck. That is true. All right. Well, nobody has broken the tie, so I will break the tie. Terminator 2 is moving on 51-49. And I gave it plenty of time 7 minutes ago. That one's been up the longest. That one has been up the longest. James says too many Tinas in horror movies. Every horror movie has to have a Tina, James. They all have to have a Tina. If they do not, it's not a slasher unless there's a Tina. In my opinion, there's not. All right, we are at the finals. Who wins? The Crow or Terminator 2? And the poll has begun. Wrong, you find no, like there. Look, here's the thing, Melissa. As much as I love you guys, as much as I love that you guys, there's not a bone in my body that can put Scream above Terminator 2. There is just not. Like, I am pretty sure that Wes Craven would be like, yeah, you're right on that one. Like, it's Terminator 2 for the love of God. The Crow versus Terminator 2. I can't wait to see. Let's see. Let me try to find. Teal said, now that's shocking. Nah, it's not at all. Richard said T2. Wayne said the Crow terminates T2. Oh, hasta la vista, baby. The Crow wins. Terminated. Gina's going with the Crow. Let me bring this up and see where we're at. We've got 11 votes. Oh, wow. That's a landslide. That is a landslide. Why would he say it? Because the look, guys, I love Friday the 13th Part 4. I do. But there's just certain movies, right? It's Terminator 2, right? I love horror. Trust me, I do. But there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way that Michael, which is better? Friday the 13th 4 or Terminator 2? Well, I love Friday the 13th 4, but Terminator 2 is way better movie. Like it is. Let me bring these two to where we can see both of them being zoomed in. Like that's not going to help. You guys probably can't see that, but at least he gets the bracket on the screen. Oh, there is a ton of Crow. There is a ton of Crow up here. He would. The Crow. Oh, uh-oh. I hope I didn't just boot somebody. Mods, look, make sure I didn't just boot. I double click somebody's name and the option came up to kick them out. I hope I didn't kick anybody out. If I did, I do apologize. Melissa, I watched the most stupid movie the other day. Predator's newest movie, 25 or 26 Badlands. So bad. I have not heard good things about Badlands. It's been 50-50. A lot of Predator fans aren't liking Badlands, but a lot of people are liking Badlands. Like, it's weird. I guess it was, I don't know. From what I hear, it wasn't a great Predator movie. Maybe it was felt like a Disney version of Predator. I don't know. Michael said, I love the Crow, but I love the Crow, but I want to recount. TL said, I picked the Crow. The ending of T2 makes grown man cry. Dude, it's just like, that's it. That's all you got to say. Wayne said Badlands was Kitty Predator. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't. Ryan said, Melissa, it's a good thing Center Studios is on here. He wants to fight people over Badlands. Oh, he enjoys it? Oh, I'm going to message him. Oh, I want to know. I want to hear his take on it. Teal said, nah, I'm fucking with you. I don't cry, but I remember the times as a kid watching shit. Goddamn. It was, man. There are movies that made me, one movie that made me cry when I watched it was freaking embarrassed watching it was no, I'm not even gonna tell you all that. Y'all clown me way too much. I'm not giving you that information. Russell said, I enjoyed Predator Badlands. See, dude, it's like, you know, people either loved it or hate it. Ryan, but I have to agree with Mel. Val, did you see Badlands? Did you watch it? Oh, I'm curious. Message me on Instagram. I want to know. I want to know if you saw it. Melissa said, I'm game. I love a good fight. Oh, God. Badlands makes the Predator the good guy. Just no. See, it's even split in the chat here. Like, I'm curious. I still want to see Strangers Chapter 3 first, but I might make Badlands my my next after that. I do. I knew that you didn't do it on your own. I knew that there was, I thought maybe it was a watch party or something. But yeah, still message me afterwards. Melissa said, I want to see the shark movie, Dangerous Animal. Dude, any shark movie's a win. I'm sorry. It is. Shark movies are wins all by themselves. Like, I absolutely love shark movies. Even when they suck, I love them. I like Sharknado. It was ridiculous, but I like it. Ryan said, I went to the movies with him to see it. Couldn't stop shaking my head, and he was offended. Yeah, what are you going to do? Russell says, actually, he didn't even look like a predator, in my opinion. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. TL said, I got to watch Badlands, man. I recently watched the first 3. I got to catch up with the other 3, including the animated interpretation. I got you. Predator Badlands is on. Yeah, I've seen it up there. I've got Hulu as well, too. Dangerous Animals is Australian and crazy fun. I feel like shark movies should be Australian. Like, I feel like that's, or African. Like, everything that I've heard, right? It's just, when it comes to sharks, mostly, it's either in Australia or Africa. Like, off of a certain coast in Africa, there's like great whites out the ass. Like, and I think that, what is it that's in Australia, Wayne? Aren't there like tiger sharks or some shit down there? Like, there's a shit ton of sharks. I could be wrong. It could be like American propaganda. Bro, fake. It's fake news. All right. It's fake news. But I don't know. I just feel like Australian or African is where I feel like the most of the shark shit that I hear is. Val said, it was just a bad movie, Michael. And I'm not just saying that because I'm not a sci-fi fan. Just a big no. I got you. James says, can't believe you like Sharknado. True. Dude, it's bad. And it knows what it is. Like, so if a movie is bad and it's not afraid to make fun of itself, then it falls into the Jason X category for me, right? I would never say that Sharknado should have won an award ever, right? But it doesn't mean that I can't sit and watch something stupid and have fun with it. Like, does that make sense? Does everybody understand that? Like, that's how I look at some things. Like, growing up with my father, we watched a lot of dumb shit. And I mean, we used to just sit there and laugh, but you know, it wasn't that I felt like the movie was good, but I enjoyed my time watching it, right? And if you have fun while you're watching something, then you have to like it. You know, I'm not saying that the Sharknado story was anywhere near believable or compelling. But at the same time, it's like, did you sit back, watch that, laugh your ass off, and have a good time fucking watching it? You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I look at something like that, right? A shark in a tornado is the most ridiculous shit I have ever heard. Makes me want to watch it because it's ridiculous. Ryan said, it's really not that bad, though. Just not a resemblance of any horror left in it. I got you. Russell said the first 3 Sharknadoes is fun, but it gets dumb after that. Dude, it was dumb during the first 5 seconds of the first movie. But its dumbness is what it kept me going. Teal said the animated one, Predator, Killer of Killers, I believe is the name, is directed from the same guy who directs Badlands. All right. Melissa said, oh my God, I love Jason X. Me too. Me too. Ryan said, Michael's explaining why I love Freddy's Dead. Yeah, dude, there's nothing wrong with that. whatsoever, and that's the way that you can look at Freddy's Dead and say, you know what, I dig it, right? Me, I look at Freddy in a different way than you do, so I don't like it, but it doesn't mean that other people don't enjoy it. 100%. Dude, there are people that come on here that said their favorite Friday the 13th movie is Jason Goes to Hell. And I have to try to make that sense out of that in my Jason brain on how that works for them, right? But they're not wrong, because that's what they love. And I've always told you guys, when you come here, you like what you like, and you'll never be judged for it, for sure. Gina's throwing out the heart and the shark and the tornado. See, that's what I'm talking about. James saying it's just plain god awful. Sharks in a tornado. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot going on there, for sure. Richard said Dangerous Animals was a great movie. It's not just a shark movie. I want to check it out, man. Like, I don't shit. Fact, Australia has had the most deaths in the world last year from shark attacks. See, I knew Australia had shark shit. I'm telling you. We had more than half the deaths from shark attacks. Our beaches have too many sharks at them. Hell yeah, I knew, dude. I'm telling you, I thought I had heard some shit like that. Teal said, I always watch bad movies. Ever took them serious, so I tend to easily like them. Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, I remember my father and I watching The Reanimator. And, to my father at the time, I was too young to really be like, oh, this is, this would never happen. My dad was just sitting there laughing at it. You know what I mean? But we had such a good time watching The Reanimator, right? Now I look back and I like The Reanimator, but I think it has a lot to do with the time of watching with my father from when I was younger. It's not a fantastic movie. If I were to be on the outside looking in, watching it for the first time, and they said, you know what, Michael, you need to critique this movie. Please do so. I would be like, okay, I'd probably go in and be like, oh, yeah, that was kind of dumb, but, I have the attachment to it. So it's there. I get it, man. I definitely get it. Melissa said, if you want a good, funny movie, watch What About Bob? Oh, that's Peter Venkman. Bill Murray movie. Wayne said Australia leads this year too. See, dude, you guys lead some shit. Like, the way that Australia is explained to me through like National Geographic shit that I watch, it's like you guys have the most poisonous bugs and shit down there too. And I feel like if I ever go to Australia, I'm going to land on the plane, the door is going to open, I'm going to come out, and I'm going to wave to everybody, and a mosquito is going to bite me in the neck, and it's going to have some 1 in a million venom in it, and I'm just going to fucking fall on my face and fall down the stairs and just be fucking dead just from fucking coming there, right? That's where my feeble brain has learned from watching, National Geographic shit. It's like, oh, the most fucking, dangerous bugs in Australia will fuck you up, faster than anything. And it's just like, okay, well, fuck, I don't want to go there because of my luck. I've got some natural Al Bundy luck, right? So I'm the type of guy who would go there and just be like, hey, Wayne, I came to visit you, buddy. Mosquito in the neck. I hit the dirt. You got to come on here and be like, well, Michael came down here. There's not going to be any more Movies and Beyond. Unfortunately, he got bit by a 1 in a million mosquito that carried the one gene that stopped his heart instantly. Like, that's some shit that would happen to me, like, literally. James says it's funny but awful. Cheap made. Jason X rocks. Laugh my head off every time I watch it. And that's how I feel about fucking Sharknado, for sure. Fun fact, Sharknado and Levatro was in the same universe. That's awesome. Melissa, Australia has everything the most dangerous, the country of creatures. Yeah, but Wayne's a fucking boss, right? Wayne doesn't give a shit because he lives there. And I'm sure, like, a lot of foreign places look at America, right? And they're like, I'm not going to America. You'll get shot and killed in America. Like, as soon as you walk outside, it's like, no, you're just kind of showing like a very small percentage of what this country is. Right. And I'm sure that that's what's happening in Australia. Like, yes, there's a lot of shark attacks. Guess what? If there's a lot of shark attacks, don't get in the fucking water. Right. Doesn't make it a dangerous area. It just means stay the fuck out of the ocean. If you're swimming in Australia, do it in a pool. That's it. Ryan said Return of the Living Dead is another one that's horribly great and knows what it is. Oh, for sure. Russell saying Wolf Creek movie was great. I don't know if I've seen that, dude. To be honest. James said, I wouldn't go into the water down there, Wayne. Deadly, there's some pretty big ass sharks in there. Yeah, it's like no way. Teal says shit like epic movie, Halloween 5-6 resurrection date movie, disaster movie, and Meet the Spartans are some of the guilty pleasures I'll throw out there. Yeah, dude, I totally get it. Guilty pleasures are 100%. Melissa said crocs, kangaroos, snakes, and spiders. Dude, I did not fear kangaroos whatsoever until I saw that video of that kangaroo that had that dog in the headlock, and the guy walked up and punched it in the face, and it swelled up on him like he had been boxing like Muhammad Ali for years. Like, seriously, I was like, oh shit, like that's some dangerous shit right there. Like, seriously. Jerry is saying Goliath bird eating spider. Yeah, I don't like spiders. No way. I like Paul Hogan from Crocodile Dundee. Dude, I love the Crocodile Dundee movies. Like, absolutely love them. I think the first one is so freaking underrated. I do. I don't think enough people talk about Crocodile Dundee. I don't think I talk about a Crocodile Dundee enough. James said saltwater crocs. Damn thing. Yeah, dude, there's like certain things. Yes. Teal said, we like what we like, Mike. Oddly weird how that rhymes. Yeah, dude, it is. It is, man. And that's one of the things that I always tell you guys, right? And here's another thing that I always promise to you guys, right? I'm never going to blow smoke up your ass, right? If I like something, I will tell you I like it. If I don't, I will tell you that I hated it, right? I'm never going to go with the popular crowd. I'm never going to try to make something better than it is. If I am waiting for the next Friday the 13th movie, right? And it comes out and I can't wait. I'm so excited and it sucks ass. I'm going to come on here the next day and be like, you know what? That sucked ass. I am never going to say, oh, you know, like I'm a fan of, I like Jason. So I like this movie because it's a Jason movie and I like Jason movies. So I have to like this movie. So I like it and it's good. Fuck that. If it sucks, I am going to tell you guys that it sucks, because if not, I'm not being honest with myself and I'm not being honest with you guys. 100%. Melissa said, Florida's just as bad with snakes. Hell yeah, Florida's bad. It is. My uncle lives in Tampa. Wayne, I almost died from a spider bite once. Bush walks off trouble just like Beach. Yeah, no, I can't do it. I can't. Russell says the only first two Crocodile Dundees. I love the first two Crocodile Dundees, especially the first one. First one's my favorite. Michael G said, this show has been awesome tonight. We should pull an all-nighter. I'll do what I can, my man, but I can't stay on much longer. I am going to try to find Strangers 3 out there somewhere. Or did I say Badlands? Yeah, it's Badlands I'm going to try to find. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do for sure. Ryan said we could have cougar. We have cougars, bears, moose, copperheads. USA is pretty. Dude, I've lived in Ohio my whole life. All right. Well, minus the 5 years I lived in Hawaii. I've never seen a bear. I've been in the woods. I've seen probably 2 copperheads in my life. Never seen a cougar. And I played in woods a lot as a kid. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like if I went walking into the woods in Ohio or Kentucky or Indiana, I feel like I'd do way better than if I walked down the bush in fucking Australia. I do. Russell said, I'll swim in the ocean, but I'm aware. I will swim in a pool where it is, I have to have zero awareness. James says, I'll take chance on swimming in water down over living bad parts of Chicago. No. I just like pools. Well, when I lived in Hawaii, I used to swim in the ocean all the time over there. But if there were like any sightings of sharks or anything, they would put the signs up not to go in. And I saw a damn jellyfish that was probably about 6 or 7 feet long one time. And being from Ohio, it's like, nope, can't do it. Melissa said kangaroos will kick your butt. The koala bears carry diseases. I saw a thing with Theo Von. Please tell me you guys know who Theo Von is. I saw a thing where he was talking on a thing and he was saying something. He was like, He's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be holding this koala. I'm gonna see this koala bear. I'm gonna hold this koala bear. And his buddy was like, man, he goes, you gotta be careful. You gotta watch your hands. He goes, those things have some things. And Theo Von goes, well, he better wash his hands because I got some things too. That's fucking hilarious. I don't know why it made me think of that. That shit's funny. Melissa says, yes, when one puts cocaine in a bowl. Wait, what? Yes, when puts cocaine in a bowl of water. Oh, yeah, Crocodile Dundee. Okay, I thought you were talking about cocaine. You were, but I mean, in reference to the movie. Okay. Ryan said the pythons in Florida are killing the gators. That's crazy. That is freaking crazy. Tila's saying, I'm the same exact way. I won't sugarcoat. Yeah, man. Like, look, dude, like seriously. And I feel like I owe that to you guys for sure. James said koalas are not bears. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Copperheads have Hershey's Kisses patterns. All right. Russell said, well, Hawaii has clear blue water. You can see what could do that. You damn right, Russell. You are damn right it does. You are damn right. You can see everything, brother. Especially the turtles, right? They have got some big ass turtles down there. My friend Derek, he jumped on the back of one of those turtles one time. And that thing pulled him all over the place. And one of the guys down there was like, that's illegal. You can go to jail for that. It's an endangered species. We were dumbass kids, man. But I'll never forget that. And I remember thinking, like, dude, that turtle, like, you don't know what kind of day he's had. That's a big ass turtle. What if he turns around and bites your ass? James said box jellyfish can do some hurt. Dude, that jellyfish I would have died. Like, I don't know. I can't even do it. Melissa says, I got stung by a jellyfish at Hampton Beach years ago. Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. All right, you guys. So, I left it up there for 21 minutes, but the Crow is going to win. What was the score? 71-29. I left that up there for a while. And we'll go ahead and end it there. So the Crow is the winner for tonight. You guys, this has been an absolute blast. And especially, I enjoyed the conversation at the end. But yes, for the Patreon stuff, for everybody who got the link, you should go over and check it out. There's plenty of stuff up there right now. I will be putting some more stuff up this week. I will get that T1000, that Jason X up there as soon as possible. And I want to make sure that it's good for y'all. And I'll be doing a couple others putting up there too. Camp Crystal Lake Memories episode 2 will be coming out. I'm just going through these because we have Crystal Lake coming out. We're going to be talking a lot about Jason on this channel, a lot about Crystal Lake. That's all coming to this channel, and I'm doing all the prep work on Patreon. So check that out. That'll be up there. There's a new slasher review that'll be coming to Patreon. I might bring some of that to YouTube, but I can only do so. I'll have to edit the hell out of it to bring it over to YouTube, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. But if you want to see it, for sure, it'll be over on Patreon. So you guys are freaking amazing. I love y'all to death. And I cannot wait to do the next one. So what is our next show? What is today? I don't do Tuesday shows, so I will do a Horror Talking Coffee this Friday. So we will be doing that. If you are a Patreon member within the next 2 weeks, you are going to get an update on the 7th day. The 7th day is the Ring fan film that is coming up. We are very close on that. I cannot wait to get that filmed. Once it is filmed, I am going to give you guys a trailer. You guys will get a trailer for this. And when I get the trailer, I will be having the cast along with the crew on this show. So we will talk about our fan film, The 7th Day. If you are a Ring fan, it is probably going to be about a 10 to 12 minute long movie. And it is, the version that I see Samar as, so you guys can see what I see in that character. We have a lot of fantastic people working on this. I cannot wait to talk more about it. But we're in a really good spot right now. I cannot wait to get that to you guys and to announce the next project that we'll be working on. But I want to get this film, to get this in the editing room before I announce that next project. I cannot wait to announce what I have to announce for the next project. I think that you guys are going to be very happy. I think that you guys are going to be kind of blown away and not expecting what's coming. So I cannot wait to share all that stuff with you guys. And yeah, like, you guys, tonight has been a blast. We have done 90s. You know, we'll do a 90s part 2. And I will see you guys on Friday. Unless you're on Patreon, then I'll see you guys all the time. But I will see you guys on Friday for Horror Talking Coffee. I'm looking at probably around noon. I will set up a thumbnail for that. And with that being said, you guys have a good night, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Hey, you